Hello, I'm Lee Kellogg, and thank you for joining me on this Creativity on Fire installment. Today, we are going to talk about what happens when you get rejected and dealing with rejection. So I'm in a multitude of Facebook groups, which I enjoy mostly lurking and looking and seeing what people are doing. And I got brave the other day and submitted one of my sketches to a group, and they removed it. And they said, we're sorry, you don't fit the qualifications. And I was like, well, what? And I read they go back and read what we've posted at the top. So I went back and read, and I'm like, I do not understand. So I sent a message to the admin who has said, I never heard from him, but I got removed from the group. And I was like, okay, I'm just asking for guidance and questioning, and I've been rejected. And yeah, it sort of rankles a little bit, because it was the first time. It wasn't like I've been doing it repeatedly, going, okay, here, post this, post this, post this. It was like, no, I was trying to be part of the group and trying to contribute to the group, which I feel like when you contribute to a group, you're helping everybody. And this is one group out of many, many groups that I follow and that I seek inspiration from on Facebook. So that just tells me that this group has some issues, and we won't talk about that group by name, but they don't want me, and I don't need to be there. And so you have to take that to heart too. Don't take the rejection to heart, even though it rankles a little bit. You're like, why? It's like a bug bite that itches, You're like, come on, what is wrong with you people? And that they don't want to be inclusive. That this group has decided that they've got their parameters, and if you don't fit within their mold, they don't want you. Well, truthfully, I don't want to fit in a mold. I like being someone who broke the mold after I came out. It's like, that's done. It's me. I'm bold and renegade, and I'm going to do the kind of work I want to. And I am not going to make work that will fit into somebody's mold just to see it on Facebook. There's so many other places to see awesome work that I don't have to belong to that group. And I want you to take this message home too, that you don't have to make your work fit into a mold so that somebody will like it. I want you to make work for you. One of the things I always found interesting in college when I took a few art classes, and that we always had to create an artist statement about why we did the work. I was like, well, I made the work because it made me happy. I wasn't out to do a theme on something or make a bold declaration about this body of photographs that I created or whatever work it was. And then we also had to write, like, what do we think this artist meant by this body of work? And I'm like, they like doing it. At least that for me, my art has always been about what brings me internal joy and contentment to create the artwork. Now, I create a lot of artwork, sometimes on demand now that people go, oh, you're so skilled, you're so talented. It's like, for a lot of the things that I show people how to do, I've been repetition. Practice, so that it is fairly easy for me to produce something that looks amazing to a beginner. To an advanced person, they're going to go, yeah, you're okay. And that's how I feel. Like, yeah, I'm in the middle, I'm okay, but I'm doing it. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to do artwork. I want you to be creative in whatever, when I say artwork, do whatever it is that makes you happy. If you're into cookies and you want to decorate them, and it's like I have a friend who makes the most beautiful cookies, and she decorates and she wins prizes and she sells them. And I have no patience for that. And I'm sure I do things that people look at and go, I have no patience for this, Lee. So remember, when I use the word creative and art, it's in whatever genre you are working in, whether you're knitting, sewing, just even packing lunches or making meals for your family. You are creative, and it's within that genre that I want you to, don't follow the rules if you don't have to. I mean, if you bake, there are chemistry rules you have to follow, which is why you have so much baking soda and baking powder and flour and all that ratio to acids and alkalines and all of that. There's chemistry rules you have to follow to make it work. And that's true with everything. There are certain rules, physical rules you have to follow. But you don't have to make your work to fit into a certain group, unless, of course, you really want to exhibit. Like, if you want to exhibit in the Transparent Watercolor Society, you better darn well use transparent watercolors. But that's really their only rule, as far as I know. I have no desire to exhibit there, so I don't know. But that's their rule. You can't use opaque watercolors, and yes, they exist. So it's, figuring out what it is, but don't, for heaven's sakes, do your artwork or do your creativity just to conform No, 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 no. It's that conformity that squishes it all and gets rid of it. I want you to be bold, brave, flourish, build your own flower garden of whatever it is that you're doing. Water it, tend it, and make it bloom and please you and please the site and feed more creativity. So that's it. I'm Lee Kellogg. Thank you, wherever you are, for joining me today. Please leave a comment below. I will respond. And subscribe to this YouTube channel. You'll get notifications when I post a new one. Sign up for my email and you will receive email notifications. I promise not to bombard you too much with emails. And share. Please share the email or share the video. And also I do a daily podcast. You can find me on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play. It's called Lee ! Search for that. My name, Lee Kellogg. And I will see you all next week. Thanks.